So this problem from the worksheet was a little bit tricky. That's why I made it a challenge bonus question here. But basically it's an old math problem from India and China where in a square pond, so like I've drawn the pond, even color-coded it. Look, the water's blue, the shore is green. It's adorable. Square pond with 10-foot sides on each one. The top of a reed, so a little plant sticking up from the middle here, is 1 foot above the water at that place. So it's 1 foot taller than the water. And basically they're saying they took the reed and dragged it to the corner of the pond. So one way you could look at this is if this reed, this length right here, is the length of the reed, and thus 1 foot more than the depth of the actual pond. So here's one way you could try to solve this thing, is if you create a right triangle here. So if we just go boom, like that, we have a right angle right there, we can find this whole distance, we'll call it C, because it's the hypotenuse. And if we find that whole distance, if we cut it in half, because this part is half, this is what we're looking for, then we can figure out how long the reed is. So the way we're going to do that is Pythagorean theorem, of course. So we're going to do 10 squared plus 10 squared equals c squared. Do 10 squared plus 10 squared, that's 200. And that equals c squared. So we take square root on both sides, and we get that c is the square root of 100, or about 14.14 feet. That's about the whole hypotenuse right there. Now remember, this part right here, just half of this, is the length of the reed. So to find the reed, what we're going to do is we're going to take the 14.14 and cut it in half. So the reed itself is 7.07 feet, or just about 7 feet, to be honest. So that's the length of the reed. Remember, the water depth equals the reed minus 1, because, you know, the reed is 1 foot out of the water. So it's essentially 7.07 minus 1, or 6.07 feet.